Hello everyone. Today I'm going to explain you a topic called complementary DNA synthesis or cDNA synthesis. What is cDNA? When an RNA molecule is produced into a functional DNA by using a special enzyme called reverse transcriptase is known as cDNA. This cDNA has a wide range of molecular applications such as it is used in next-genome sequencing, qPCR, gene expression analysis and pathogen identification. Since these all gives us a good results of our RNA transcript, so we can able to know the proteins and some other coding stuffs of our RNA. Since our genome has different types of RNA such as mRNA, rRNA, tRNA, etc., we usually, most of our research applications focus on the mRNA transcript. So, preparing our cDNA library is very essential to get a very good results of our RNA transcript. So what are the considerations should be in our mind when we start synthesizing our cDNA from an RNA? There are two essential things. One is the selection of our reverse transcriptase enzyme and designing our primers. Since the reverse transcription enzyme is very essential, which influences our transcription rate and our reaction fidelity, then we have three different types of primers. One is called random hexamers, oligo-DT primers, and region-specific primers. Since each and every primers will lead us to a different experimental setup, but we usually use oligo-DT primers in order to synthesize our complete cDNA, since other two primers are used for a specific experimental purpose. For example, if we are going for a region-specific primers, which could be some protein coding regions of our mRNA. So this priming strategy are not optimized. They may result in a biased cDNA library that could not accurately reflect the entire transcriptome. So what is the principle behind this? Since the process of conversion of RNA into DNA by our reverse transcriptase is called as reverse genetics, which is inspired from the viral genome, which itself has its own reverse transcriptase enzyme. They does this cDNA synthesis in their own genome. So, what is the complete process of our cDNA synthesis? According to this figure, I'm just going to explain you only with an oligo-DT primers, while all other primers works in a similar format. Once you add an oligo-DT primer which is complementary to your poly-A tail of your mRNA, it gets complementary to the poly-A region of your mRNA and starts to incubate with a reverse transcriptase, and it starts synthesizing its cDNA, and the cDNA forms a hairpin at the 5' end. So once you add a RNase H or NaOH, which starts to degrade the hybrid of DNA and the RNA, and this hairpin loop DNA starts producing its complementary strand by the help of DNA polymerase and the DNTPs, which are added in the reaction. So this S1 nuclease cuts the loop or hairpin between the double-stranded DNA, and then our cDNA is ready for further experimental usage. So this is a process which is going on inside an in vivo and in vitro condition. In case of in vitro, we will prepare the reactions with our reverse transcriptase enzyme, DNTPs, and some kinds of buffers and some kind of nuclease-free water. So, some of the points to be remembered when you step into a cDNA synthesis. Since we are dealing with an RNA sample, we should be very careful since RNA are highly sensitive to degradation when compared to DNA. So try to use a nuclease-free water or a water which is treated with DEPZ with an absence of RNAs, so there might be a less chance of RNA degradation. And also we should be very careful about the DNAs. So try to extract an RNA and clean up using an alcohol of 75% or with nuclease-free water, which will get rid of a sensitive enzyme called a DNase. If your sample has a high GC content or your designing primers may affect the activity of your reverse transcriptase in forming a hairpin or in forming a proper annealing, so this could be a problem that your cDNA synthesis efficiency may decrease a lot. So in order to avoid this, maybe a better option to choose is a thermostable reverse transcriptase, which works only at a very high temperature. Thank you for listening.